server and actually not much of server, but he's more into Tableau desktop and prep, and he's good at Tableau server. So yeah, that is about. Srikanth, can you stop sharing the screen? So before the session begins, just give me a moment to tell you what this total thing is about. First thing is, these are the live Tableau doubt sessions, which we are conducting. Just we are conducting at a regular intervals. Why are we conducting? Is because we want everyone, right? We want everyone to have a clear understanding about Tableau. And if there are any roadblocks, this is just a platform where you can clear them, right? So to create a platform for all those Tableau developers where we can discuss about the roadblocks and issues faced by us, and create a harmonious Tableau community which will make our lives better as Tableau developers. So we working as a Tableau developers, the main motto in starting this is to address everyone's doubts. Now, when I'm addressing, I'm not saying I know everything. Whoever has this zeal of solving others' doubts, they are welcome. Not only because I know I cannot solve everyone, so I took the help of Kalpana, Prasad, and Pitapaka. And if you are one of them, you are welcome, and you can join us. You can help solve the doubts of the people. And if you have any other thoughts, also you are welcome, and in enriching this Tableau community. Okay. So, what is the frequency of the sessions? We are currently conducting twice a month, which is on a second and fourth Sunday. Now, this month is a bit, because of this being a February 28 days. There's a this bit. This is a third Sunday, right? But in general, we generally conduct on second and fourth Sunday of the month, and the time will be 11 a.m. IST. Okay, every time it will be at 11 a.m. IST. Now, how to join these sessions? Now, you can register at rayapatianalytics.com, or you can join this Telegram group. Let me post it in the chat. You can join this Telegram group. And for those who will be watching on YouTube, this link will be present in the comments. Now, so you can register on www.rayapatianalytics.com, because when you register, whenever there is a session, there is a pop-up that comes when you log in during. So from there you can find the link and join us. And also you can join the below Telegram group, so that you will get the updates about the same. Along with that, if you want to master, it is about doubt sessions, and if you want to learn Tableau, please note this number and do call that number. Like, even if you are working on Tableau, if you are not sure, you are so confident, if you are not sure, you'll understand this concepts of table calculations, LODs, relationships, joins, and blending. You can call this number, and you can join our training sessions. And not only this, if you want to be an active part of this discussions, by that I mean if you have the zeal of solving the people's doubt and you want to be an active part of it, you are always welcome. It is not that we are creating only for us. This platform is for everyone. Everyone who wants to create an impact and who wants to help others. The motto should be to help others first, because that is how we started. We always want to help others and help them build a better life, right? Like by solving their doubts and all. So that is why, if you want to be an active part of these sessions, then you are welcome. You can contact this number. Mr. Srikanth will help you out on how to move forward. Okay. Thank you for being patient during this. So that is all I want to talk to you about. Okay. Now, coming to the doubts, yeah, we can start the doubts. We can take the doubts. Guys, anyone? Yeah, Sanjay Chavan and Rajdeep. Yeah, go ahead. You can unmute and speak.
Yes, Rajeshwar. So, I connected with you before. So, between two different dates, we need to calculate the business hours and also excluding the weekend. So, I tried that, but it seems like not to be helping to me. Maybe the calculation. So, can you please help me out with that?
You send me that Excel, right? Just a minute.
Yes.
I'm stopping the share of screen. Let me. Okay. Let me download that Excel. Yeah. Just opening that Excel. Okay. Let me share my screen. Yeah. So, okay. Which one is the data here?
Yeah, we can take this raw data. So uh, this two dates, if we can like the logic. So we need something like this.
Okay. Just a moment. Then let me connect this to Tableau.
Okay.
Okay. I'm bringing that November raw data, right?
Yes. Yes.
Got this. Okay. I am going into sheet 8. Yeah. So here, what is the first date field?
We can take claim estimation generation date.
Let me go back here. Welcome. First, what is the field name? Payment received and repair completed.
We can take like any 2 days. Yes. So let us go with this only payment receipt.
Okay, let me do come here and do that. Payment received,
Receipt.
repair completed. Payment received. Let me convert this into a date field. Date time field, sorry. So I'm bringing this in here. How many rows do you have in this data?
It might be like very huge. I'm kind of not sure how many it will be because there are many null values for all the statuses.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Hi, Rajesh sir. I have one doubt. Actually, if we are changing date field here or at a data source, what is difference between them?
No difference.
No
No
difference.
difference at all.
Okay,
No difference at all.
okay.
I just wanted to go there and see here. If I'm seeing here, I'm not seeing the data, right? But if I come here and see, okay, I can see the data and I can then take a decision. Okay, this is a date field. This is not a date field. So that is why I came to data source page. No change in anything. It is one and the same one. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So repair completed also, I'm taking in date and time.
So, sir, whatever the changes we are doing at the data source level, that will be confined only to this Tableau session only, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, Tableau workbook. Just
okay,
Tableau workbook. Yes.
okay, okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So now see here. The requirement is here. Generally, you go to a service center. You have your mobile, right? You go there and give it for repair. On a certain point of time, you will give a repair. You will give it for repair, and at a certain point of time, he will complete that repair and they will give it to you. Now here, the requirement is to understand the number of hours that it took. By hours, I mean a service center will be open only for certain number of hours, right? Post it will not be open, right? So we need to calculate the number of days taken. Here, if you see, it is given on 11/1/2021, but it is repaid on, see here, it is given on 11/21, it is repaid on 11/3/2020. Okay, so now to calculate the hours, first thing is there are certain things that we need to denote here. The office, the center start time, center start set, right? Center start set. So imagine it is 10 a.m. Right? Starts at 10 a.m. and closes at 7 p.m. and closed on weekends. Okay? So now this is the case. So if you have certain time, any time, if that is taken, we will be counting at the level of hours. We are not bothered about the minutes. So we'll be counting at the level of hours. In these hours, we need to calculate how many hours it took in total to deliver that. Now here, I am going to analysis. First thing is, whatever I received today, right? For that, now I need to what do you say? I need to calculate how many hours in this day, right? In this day it took. So that is why I'm creating a date, right? I am creating a date which is now payment received, right? This is the day I got it. So I am bringing this payment received. In this, I'm only taking date part. Okay. And to this, right, I am adding my time, which is suppose it is closing at 7, so 19:00:00, right? On this now, okay. First, let me show you when I directly show you this date part, right? When I directly show you this, let me bring it here. Now it will give me only the date of it. Now I need the time for that. So I am here using make date time. Now if you see the what do you say formula for make date time here. You can have date and time fields, but the only thing is they should be present in hash. When you say hash, it will directly take that as a date field, right? So here also I'll put it as an hash, and now this is giving you an error because okay, right? Because it is giving you an error because contact date and date time. So here I am converting this into string. Okay, then let me make this. Then I'll make this as date time, not as a. Now let me click on apply. I'm bringing my calculation one here. Removing this. I'm bringing this calculation. There's a huge amount of data, I think. It's taking a lot of time. Okay, so I am bringing this in here. Where is it giving?
Remove that string, Rajesh, str.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is what I should have put in. I think now it should give us. Okay, now I should remove this. I'll try to put this in here and let's see if it gives us. Yeah, now we are getting this. Now, if you see, we are getting at till 7, right? Till 7 p.m. Every date that is, it is giving the date, along with that, it is giving till 7 p.m. So now I will calculate the difference between these two. Right? My calculation one and this. So let me remove these. They are not required anymore. Now we'll come to repair complete. So analysis, create calculated field. This is too big. Let me decrease the size of it. Yeah. Now here I am taking date diff. Right? Here I will take at the hour level, comma. Now my payment received, comma. Now the thing is calculation one that I have created. Right? Now this will give you this is number of hours on day one that they have given. Right? Now let me click on apply. So now let me bring number of hours on day. I'm bringing this in here. Dimension and then discrete. Let me bring this here. So these are the number of hours that it took. Right? These are the number of hours that took on that certain given day. Right? Now we need to go to the payment received. I'm going into a new sheet. The other thing is payment received. Yeah. Exact date and then discrete. System is slow. So here also we'll bring the same calculation one that I have done, the same thing, but here let me duplicate this and edit. Here, rather than having payment received, okay, it's not payment received that we should bring. Repair done, right?
Repair completed.
Repair completed. We'll bring this here and exact date and then discrete. So here we will bring repair completed, and here I want 10 a.m. in the morning. That is where my store starts, right? So number of hours on last day. So let me click on apply. Okay. So now number of hours on last day. Okay. It's not. This name is not number of hours on last day. Closing day and the time. It start closing day. That day the thing is closed. Now I am taking a date diff. Here date diff of, here I am taking hour again, comma, closing date and time, comma, the repair completed. So when we do this, we will get that days, last days, number of hours. So now let me click on OK, apply, OK. I am bringing last day number of hours. And here, okay, anyways, we are getting that here, right? See, you are getting that last day number of hours here. Now, the only thing that we have to do is find the difference between these two dates, right? But I should not include both the dates, right? The start day and end day. We have already calculated the time. We should not include those both dates. So, date diff of day, comma, payment received, comma, then repair, right? Now I am doing -1 from this, because anyways when they are being calculated, it will give you the difference between these two dates. Now let's see. Now let's see the difference between two dates, and then we'll come to a conclusion. Difference in dates. Let me click on apply, and here payment received, exact day, and then discrete, and repair completed, exact day, and then discrete. So now here if we come now, number of hours on day 1, these will give you the number of hours that are on day 1, right? And number of last day number of hours. If I bring this, these are the last day number of hours. And with this, not this, we calculated a difference in days. So where are we getting? Just ఇక్కడ పక్కన కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ జరుగుతుంది. Okay, then room change up. Guys, I think there's a lot of disturbance, right? Give me just 5 minutes. I'll change the room so that this sound doesn't come. Just 5 minutes. Let me mute you people so that you will not see hear all these disturbances.
Okay, sir. Hari Prasad.
Guys, I see in every place that the same sound is coming. Right? It's like, is this okay? Sound?
Yes, okay, Rajeshwar.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Construction. No, nothing we can do here. But why are we getting difference in this is huge. 10, 1 and oh
I think the date format is not proper. I think
no. Here it is 2010 2021. It is 11 1 2020. So see the negative is because here these dates are not proper. It is giving
correct.
you the difference. Not to worry. See here. It took total of 8 days, right? 21, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. It took a total of 8 days, but we don't want to consider one of the day, right? So in difference in dates,
We took -1.
yeah, we have to take. I didn't take because I just wanted to show you people this. So that is why you'll be taking -1 here. Let me click on apply. Now this will give you the number of. We'll not look at these. This will give you the number of days, right? 7 days. 4 plus 6. 7 days plus 4 plus 6 is 10 hours. But in 7 days also, what will be our working hours? 10 to 7, which will be 9 hours, right? So to calculate the number of hours, what we will do is, first thing is, we will take this last date number of hours plus this plus, let me come down, and here I'll be taking different days, this different days, right, into 9. Right now, we should click on apply. Okay, so let me bring calculation tool here. So these are the number of hours. 7 9s are somewhere around 63. 63 plus 10. This is 73. And one more thing is, there they don't want to include a weekend, right? So they don't want to include a weekend. Guys, this is going to go long. Shall I proceed?
Yes, please.
Yes, Rajeshwar.
So here, if we see, now the next point is here, we don't want, what do you say, the weekends, right? So first thing is, we need to find the date name of weekday, which weekday it is, comma, payment received. Right? Now this is my start day weekday. Now let me click on apply. Okay. Now I'm going to the first one and I'm trying to see which what is this? This is the start day weekday. The start day weekday is Thursday. Don't consider this Sunday. Actually, this data shouldn't be here because Sunday, the Saturday and Sunday, the store is closed. Right? The same way I'm duplicating this. I'm editing this. Now this is weekday of repair complete. Right? Now this is end day. End day. Now let me click on apply. Now my point is here I am coming to this here. I am I'm just bringing start day weekday in here, and I'm bringing end day weekday. So if this is Monday, no, I'm talking about this, right? If this is Thursday and this is Friday, there is one weekend that is coming in. 2 days that are coming in. So now if that you're depending on the number of days, now this will become a bit tricky, and I'm not sure if we'll be able to achieve this in this, but here the logic is we need to compute first the date number of days in between, right? So if the number of days in between difference is 7, right? Or first thing is it's a bit complicated here. Now, if the start weekday, this day is Monday, right? If that is Monday and the total days that it took is the difference between the start day and end day, and the between the number of days that we calculated here is 3, right? For repair it is given on Monday, certain time, 3 days it took, and was delivered on Friday. So if any other, if it is started on Tuesday, then if it is done in 2 days, this diff of it is done in 2 days and it is delivered, then it is also goes on Friday. But in other case, like if it is taking more than that number of days, right, then it will go to the next week. So here there is a bit of complication that we need to understand. When it is Wednesday, it is given on Wednesday, Thursday one day they took, and Friday they received, it will be in the same week, else it will go to the next week. You gave on Thursday and they returned on Friday, no problem, done. If you gave on a certain day and they delivered on the same day, then also no problem. But rest all, it will move on to the next week. So first thing is we need to consider the weekday, and we need to consider the number of days that it took, the number of days that it took, and then we have to write a logic. This is where the actual complication is. Now I'm not sure if I can give you that total in here, but see here, if start weekday is equal to Monday, right? And if in days, right, is less than or equal to 3, then it is in the same day, right? Then I will take this calculation to my total number of hours. I'll take that calculation. Else if, now there might be a shortcut for this, but currently I am at this state of point. I can only say this is what I can get. Now I'm copying this. Guys, Peter, Kalpana, if you have any other solution, please do suggest me. Tuesday and date difference is less than 2, then I'll be using the same calculation. Same way, I'll be writing it for uh, this is Wednesday.
Can't this in function works?
Not in function because every logic is different, right?
No, no. Here till this Wednesday, it will remain same, right? Calculation
No,
two.
no, no. Everything is changing here. Number of days are changing.
Okay, okay. So no, no, not. Okay, okay, okay. Now I got it. Now I got it.
What is the data source for this? The data input will be Excel or what? Or
No, this she gave me a separate data source. So based
that
on that,
connection right now in work.
I'll share this with you, and if we can discuss for a better solution.
Why I was asking if, matlab, can you tell me how you are pulling the data? Means what is the data source for this? Like
Actually, the data source is not accurate as per what she says. She's
no,
saying
not talking about now. In real time, what data source she is using? Matlab, she is using Excel or she is using
okay.
SQL.
Rajbir, can you
Yes,
give?
we are using MySQL. So
Uh,
there are tables defined there, and I am taking this data directly from the tables.
Yeah, so my answer will be here, can't we write the SQL for this or what? Rather than bringing and doing all the calculation in Tableau, you can do in SQL also, right?
Even it is the same complication there also, right? Peter?
Right. See, when you write a custom SQL, the performance will be also good, and I believe that will be much easier. That is what I am thinking. But okay, we can
But
do in Tableau also.
no,
That is
no.
not.
Rather than if you, I suggest, matlab, I don't know if I'm not right or not. If you want to create a custom SQL, my point is rather than creating a custom SQL, creating a view will be much better, right? In there itself, in the database itself.
If she have access for the table, then she can create a view also from that, and just write a logic in SQL only rather than doing everything in Tableau. But again, if they are fine, we can do that.
This complication, if they want to use in SQL, isn't it going to increase the number of lines of code first of all?
It will increase definitely because
The same thing, if they want to do it there, it's going to definitely increase.
hmm,
And also,
that is
actually
it.
speaking, it is easy when we write it in Tableau rather than SQL
Yeah,
because at
that is
least we
also
are visualizing this.
right.
Writing the same in SQL because I find it hard to write in SQL. That is what I'm saying. Else, not a problem.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Makes sense.
So here,
Because the
and
big logic is a lot trickier for this. That's why I was telling.
yeah. So Friday. Now this is becoming a long. I understand. -1 is because here we are using -1 because we subtracted -1 there. It is the same day. Normally it will come 0, but here we are getting minus. We are giving -1 because we took -1 in there. Right. Now this is only for if it is in the same week. Now here for everything here there will be an else. Right. Now this is going to be a long code. Again, this is on the spot we are solving, so that is why I think it is not optimized, but I think we can come up with something optimized. What do you say, Peter?
Yes, Rajesh sir.
If it is not this case, right? If this is not this case, then I'll just directly subtract 2 into 9, right?
Right.
That 2 days, 9 hours, I'll directly subtract.
Right.
I think we can directly put one else if I think we need not write all this. I think it is done. Now here I can directly write else, right? Calculation 2 into, sorry, calculation 2 minus 7, sorry, 9 into 2, right? Okay. Somewhere I did a mistake. Cannot make segregation.
I believe calculation 2 is some, right?
Oh, calculation 2 is an aggregate.
Yeah, we have to write 80 here then.
Okay. I think calculation too, I need to change that. Oh shit, man. All that is lost. Okay.
No, Rajesh, sir. Maybe the calculation too is there, correct?
Calculation too is there, but whatever I have written, I didn't save that, right?
Okay.
Can't we do Control Z, sir? Won't it
In
work?
calculation, control Z will not give you anything.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, because we replaced that, right? So that is why will not.
Okay.
Yeah, not a problem. But you understood the point, right? I need not repeat this, but you understood the point that I talked about, right? So
Yes, Rajeshwar, like I'm trying to understand this thing because
here the logic is, if the start date is Monday, if start date weekend is equal to Monday, and what is this? Diffin days, right? Diffin days is less than or equal to 3, then calculate. Actually, we can write one or actually. Or but we need to use braces just to Bodemo's issue. So using braces. And this is less than 2. This is Tuesday. This is Wednesday. 3, 2, and here it is 1. And if I come for Thursday, I think Kalpana, you said in operator in this sense, right?
Yes, but it doesn't seem so working. Like here.
But it is not appropriate for in operator, but on the your intuition is right. Like it is more on multiple ORs.
Multiple ORs.
Generally, when we talk about multiple ORs, for us in mind, we'll generally go for in operator. But here that will not be the case.
Got it, Rajeshwar.
Then it is direct calculation 2. Else is calculation 2 into minus 9 into 2, or directly we can put 18. Why such a complication? Directly 18. Right now, this seems a bit decent calculation. Now see here, the point is, if start day and end day is less than or equal to 3, then if it is Monday and the number of difference in days is 3, in when we see this 3, whatever we are calculating is the number of whole days, not the half days, right? If it is 3, when you given the repair is given on Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it is closed on Friday, then you can calculate the direct number of days. And when it is Tuesday, when it is Tuesday given and it is Friday, it is taken, then there are 2 days left, right? Wednesday and Thursday. So that is how we'll calculate. And this -1 is because to calculate these different days, we were using -1, right? Just to remove that extra days. So that is how. So that is how we will be calculating this. Else, when there is a weekend coming in between those 2 days, if there is a weekend coming, then obviously we will be trying to remove those 2 days extra hours that came. 9 into 2, which is 18 hours. Okay.
got it.
Yeah, see, when I'm doing this, but when you are doing, you might face some complications. Now work on this. Let's see if it's not solvable. We'll discuss in the next session. Okay.
No
You
problem.
can share the TWBX also with her. Means if she can refer
Yeah,
this.
I'll share this with you, Raj.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Rajeshwar.
Thank you.
I'll try this.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry it took a long time.
Hi Rajesh sir, can you put this calculation 4 in this formula in visualization?
Calculation 4,
Yes,
or
you
3?
just created na?
Is it 3 or 4?
Yes,
Maybe
3.
this also didn't go,
I think you have 4 is also there.
but it's not being shown here. Okay, let me put calculation 3. I think it is one. These both are one and the same.
Yes, same right.
These both are one and the same. I'm putting this calculation 3. Okay, see, if it is, this is Thursday and this is Friday, right?
Yes, yes.
Earlier, how
So
much did we
this
get?
right. It is showing correctly.
73, right? Now,
Hmm.
because we removed 18 hours, now we are getting 55 hours. Clear? Now you people got the logic. Why did I use? Why did I remove those 18 hours?
Yes. To subtract the hours of the weekend.
Yeah. First, we need to identify whether that order went over through the weekend or not. That we need to identify, right? So,
Hello?
yeah.
Hello? अच्छा
So,
होतो है.
guys, please mute, yeah. Okay.
Uh,
It will disturb.
Rajeshwar, I have one question here. Am I
Yeah.
audible?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, yeah. So date difference will give the difference between the two dates, right?
Not.
So it depends
Okay.
on the date part, like either if you mention day or month or year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we mention weekday in the date difference as a date part, and if we give start date and date, so will it not give the only weekdays difference between the two dates?
I'm not sure a date if will take weekends. Let's try. Now, this is a good thought. I never thought whether it will take date.
I
But
hope
date
it will
if
work.
date if because weekdays, right? That is what you're
Weekday,
saying.
yeah.
Payment received. If complete. Is not identifying that.
Only weekday will be
Weekday will work. Can you remove this? Yeah.
Oh wow. Apply. Now let me put this calculation for it here. What is this giving? It why is it giving? Okay, 7. Okay. Now this is again giving you the same thing, right? Here 7 and it is 7 because we did -1 here. We are getting the same 8. But here we are getting, oh, no, it is -1. Obviously it is 0. Not a difference. 4, 5. Number of days is 1, 2. Then it is 44. No, it is giving the same output. See, it is 44 days. See, different days. Third one is 44 days. It is giving you 45 because one difference. It is not nothing different when we compare to whatever we did with the dates.
Okay, then.
Rajesh sir, did we have any network days formula in this Tableau?
I didn't get you. What is that?
Network days formula in general we are using in Excel. Network days means
No.
weekdays.
No. Nine. See, the beauty. That is one strength of Tableau, or you can say the same time. Sometimes the strength is the same weakness, right? The thing is, it has given you all the functions through which you can achieve anything that you want. But it hasn't given any shortcut functions. Like in Excel, there are many shortcut functions, right? That such shortcut functions are not given in Tableau.
Yes.
That is the disadvantage. But again, the advantage. See, the advantage of Tableau is logical building. You know, whatever you build here, right? If you have your logic right, you can build anything using Tableau. So that is one way its strength. And even Tableau is very transparent in showing what it is doing. Now this is date time field, right? If I convert this into date, and if you go and see here, it will show you how it is converted it into date. It is doing just like what we did. It is using date to remove the time field, right? So those ways, Tableau is giving you all the abilities of functions to do it, but end of the day, we need to use those logics and do it. That's it. Okay. Okay. Any doubts, guys?
Hi Rajeshwar. I have one question. I think it's a bit advanced, but I hope I will get some at least some ideas.
Mhm.
So I have one requirement. So from the data source, so we are getting the data as encrypted.
Okay.
So the requirement is like from the data sources, so they have divided the data as critical data elements and non-critical data elements.
Okay.
So they are converting critical data elements as a encrypted data by using the Python
Your
scripts.
voice is up and down. That's it.
Hello.
The critical data, you got the critical data and non-critical data. Okay.
Yes. So they are converting critical data as encrypted in the back end. So while they are doing the transformation on the data, so they are converting critical data as encrypted and they are loading into the data marts like data warehouse.
Okay.
So we are connecting the data from Tableau desktop to the data marts and we are fetching the data as and we are getting the data along with the encrypted data fields which they converted critical data into encrypted. So the requirement is on the fly, like after creating the dashboard, so only the few groups of the members authorized to see the decrypted data.
Okay.
And all the group members are not they should not see the decrypted data. So in the Tableau level, by using the Python script, so we are able to integrate the tabpy with the Tableau by using some APIs. So we are able to integrate and we are able to bring the Python scripts into the Tableau. But my question is there any chance to decrypt the encrypted data in the within the Tableau calculated fields by using Python scripts?
I am not sure about that because
Are you clear
I
about
got
my
your
question?
point. You are getting, see, you are getting encrypted data from your database,
Database?
and
Yes.
from that data warehouse, you wanted to, when you are showing it,
Yeah.
so there are certain end users who wanted to see the decrypted data, and some users who cannot see the decrypted data.
Yes. So
Now
on the fly, it has to show the decrypted data only the specific group members who are authorized to see
that
the.
can do that. See, now if you can get the decrypted data, if there is a column with the decrypted data, then we can make sure only certain people view that decrypted data. That can be done.
Yeah, that we can do that by using user
Yeah,
filters.
but decrypting in Tableau, there's nothing something like decrypting in Tableau. Peter, can you shed some light on that? Thank you.
No, Rajeshwar, I'm not sure because
Yeah, because
decrypting I have not never listened also and never worked also on that. So I don't know.
I think, as per what I see, whatever the functionality Tableau has provided, whatever I see, I don't see any such what do you say uh, functionalities in here.
No. Actually, before starting this project only, so my clients, they have contacted to the Tableau Corporation and they told like there is a possibility to decrypt the data with the help of Python scripts within the Tableau. I'm not sure whether it's in Tableau Desktop or Tableau Prep. So is there any ideas like by using the Tableau Prep, is this possible to do the decryption?
Tableau prep, I'm not sure. See, when I'm talking about decrypting the data, I think there will be some key, right? Based on that, they will be decrypting the data that you have already encrypted.
Yeah, we will have some keys in the Python, but my question is within the Tableau, we will be able to integrate the Python with the Tableau.
Currently, we are not sure about that, to be frank, because such a requirement never came to us. So currently, we are in the gray area, as you are. But I think we need to think over that. I'm not sure. I am not even sure even Tableau Prep also has certain features.
Actually, I have gone through few blogs and I got some idea there is a possibility in Tableau Prep, but
Mm, let me go through the Tableau Prep once and let me see. I'm not sure whether such a feasibility is there or not. But yeah, what you pointed is an interesting point,
yeah,
and
unfortunately, we got this kind of requirement, so we are yet to explore more things on this. So actually, we are exploring.
so end of the day, you don't want to do it in the Python then. You want to do it in the Tableau then.
Yeah, in Tableau by using the Python.
Okay, okay,
I know it's not possible within the Tableau, but by including the Python script, there is a possibility. Even we don't have an idea like how to do that, but we are exploring.
okay. Let me see, and not sure. I think we need a Python expert who also have an idea on Tableau. And let me. I have one in mind, but I'm not sure who worked on extensively on TabPy, but I'm not sure how his expertise in Python. So let me approach him and let's see if I
Yeah,
can get an answer from him.
yeah, that's fine, Rajesh. So at least if I get some help on next session, also it would be
Yeah, yeah.
very helpful for
I'll
me.
try to. I'll try to. I'll try to. Yeah.
Hi Raj.
Hi, hi.
So normally in the interviews they are asking so on which schema you worked on you worked in the project. So how can we say that? Whether it is star schema or snowflake schema.
Okay, it again depends on the company. Actually, in majority of the cases, it's a hybrid. It's star flake schema. There is one thing which is a hybrid, which is star flake schema. Now, if I want to show
And also how can we identify whether the table is fact table or dimension table? How can we identify?
how can we identify? Okay, okay. Now, first thing is when it is star schema, right? In the star schema is like this. If you take this as your fact table, right? Now let me name this as fact table, and this is my dimension table. Right? So the same way I have one more dimension table. Let me. So let me write it. Dimension. Right? Now, if you see, if whenever you are connecting to a fact table, if the tables are directly connected, right? If the tables are directly connected, and these tables don't have any other connections. So the dimension table and fact table, there's a direct connection between the dimension tables and the fact tables. Then this type is called star schema. By that I mean when we say this is a star schema, it is mostly these tables are normalized tables. By normalized, I mean if there are any subtables, they are all merged, and this one normalized table is formed, and by that you will connect to your fact table and you will be working on it. This is star schema. Now it becomes a snowflake when I have one more table that is connecting to this. Right? This is also another table. Right? It is also some another dimension table or something. Dimension table or something. And the same way, it will also have one more table here, which is again a dimension table. Now this is Snowflake. Snowflake is because here these are directly cannot connected. There is one more attachment, and this table might have one more, and this table also it might have one more. So now it is expanding. So that is why it is Snowflake. Now in majority of the cases, it will be like both. Now here if I have this is again my star. I have only one, right? Now as I have only one, now this is direct dimension table. So when that is the case, then now it is star and Snowflake both. It's a combination of, and majority of the cases it will be like this. Now it will be a Snowflake schema only in the majority of the cases, because in general when you are creating a database you will normalize the tables. But when you are connecting it to the data warehouses, majority of the time the tables are not normalized. As when they are not normalized, then you can go for a star schema. Peter, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, right, sir, you are right.
So yeah, coming to the point where we talked about how do you identify that certain table is a fact table or not. Now if you see, if this is a dimension table, right, you always have a primary key in this, right? Column 1, which is, this might be a primary key, right? There can be a column 2, there can be a column 3, and so on, right? Now for this primary key in here, there will be, now this is a fact table. Even though it is a fact table, it has its own column A, which is, this is a primary key. At the same time, it has some column B, which is a foreign key, which is coming from this table. There can be one more column C, which is a foreign key coming from this table. And there is one more column B, which is coming from, which is a foreign key, which is a primary key in this table. Now it is a foreign key in here. So if when the tables are connected, is this fact table is having references to primary keys in different dimension tables. So that is how you identify your fact tables. First you will identify the fact table that is having foreign keys, that is referring to the dimensions that are present. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So can you show it in that one? She recently shared some data, right? In that data.
That it is not possible.
Why?
To show that. The reason being, I need to understand that I just took the data only for those two columns. I didn't even see the data, right? I just downloaded it just during the session and I just worked on it. I need to understand that data first. See, to understand this, you need to understand data modeling first.
Yeah.
Okay. So the more you understand the data modeling, the more these concepts like these will be clear for you.
Okay. Sometimes they are creating views also, right? We are using views also, right? At that time, how can we decide whether it is a Snowflake or a fact table or dimension?
No, when you are creating views, I'm not sure. Again, see, the way how it is connected, even if there is a view that you are creating. Now see here, these two are the table. Now I'm creating a view to make this as one table and this as one table. Then I'm converting my Snowflake into star table.
Yeah.
So that ways you can define.
Yeah, I think performance wise, star schema is better, I think, right? No.
In a way, yes. But star schema, it is not always possible for the companies to maintain the normalized tables, right? The normalized table, it's not easy to maintain. Sorry, I always get confused what is normalized and what is denormalized. Just give me a second. Throw some light on that. What is normalized table?
In Snowflake schema, the dimension tables are further normalized.
Okay, then I think it is denormalized. I should be using the word denormalized.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is normalized. This is normalized. Snowflake is normalized. In star schema, the tables are denormalized. So I have this confusion all the time. So sorry for that. But yeah, that is the case.
Okay.
Okay.
After some time, can you take some sample data and you can put some video on that one in your channel?
Yeah, I am planning to take one full course on data modeling down the line. I'll definitely start that because the requirement for data modeling is required actually data modeling. Otherwise, there's a lot of
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's why, at least on this topic, you can make some video and you can post it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and also sometimes, a client is asking the documentation of the Tableau. So I searched in the internet also. I did not find
See,
any relevant document. You can send any sample
when it
documents.
is documentation, there are 2 to 3 types of documentation. One is project PRD, project requirements documentation. In project requirement documentation, first thing is what is the project, what is the scope of it, what are the data sources that you are using, and what will be those in which schemas or in which databases they are present. And after that, they'll be giving like in that if there is any formulas that to be used, right? The variance or some run rates or something, whatever YTDs or something they want to do, whatever the requirements they are, they'll put it in that. Along with that, they will put if possible, they'll put you a layout based on the questions that they are asking. That is a project requirement documentation. The second document is Tableau documentation, where we will be clearly explaining. See, sometimes I write a complicated. Now I wrote this logic, right? I wrote now here. I'm not saying this is complicated, but yeah, I wrote this logic. Now, if I am going with this logic, not this one. If I am going with logic, tomorrow I leave the organization, right? You come into my place. Then there might be like, it's not that don't know Tableau or something. It's like there might be some confusion on why this, why this calculation is used. So when one such scenario comes, then you can use there will be a documentation that will be created by me stating, okay, this calculation is used for this, a proper documentation on what is the calculation, why I have used. That is the Tableau level documentation. And finally, it will be like project closing document. In the project closeout documents, we will be having a proper total set. In that, I mean, whatever is mentioned in PRD, we'll be having a detailed discussion on how we solve those the requirements in PRD. Along with that, there will be a production support plan. By production support plan, I mean when you make a dashboard live, there will be certain changes, right? So there will be certain changes, or certain times the dashboard might crash, or certain times when the change of year, there are certain values that are not showing properly, or down the line in the database there is a column that is deprecated which is affecting your Tableau. So there might be certain scenarios like that. So for that, you will be proposing a proper project post the project's production support plan. Along with that production support plan, you will be making a project closeout document. And every stage, even in PRD, you'll identify the key stakeholders. Key stakeholders are the people who are now every stage it will be different. When it is PRD, now those are the people who are actually pitching for this project. They are not the users. These are the people who find out, okay, this is a requirement where we can create a dashboard for this. So for them, they will be signing off, then only your dashboard start. And then dashboard, when you're starting working, there will be different levels of UAT with different level of stakeholders, right? And at the same time, when you are closing with the project closeout document, in that with all your production support plan and everything, you'll be having that documentation is again different. Okay, in my projects, these are the documents that I have seen.
Yeah, okay. So any sample documentation in any blog or anywhere?
I don't know any. I'll check and then I'll see or I'll try. I'm not sure. And I've never seen it because see that is very specific to the companies,
No, no.
right?
At least we can have idea, right? So based on that one, we can prepare in our project.
Let me see if I
So
get
like
any.
that.
I'll definitely.
So
Yeah,
only for Tableau documentation only.
yeah. For that, if I get, I'll definitely share. There are certain tools for Tableau documentation, but we never use that because that is the data security issue and all. There are certain tools for documentation. I don't remember what they are. You can Google them. There are certain tools.
Okay.
Okay.
So previous question. So if the interviewer is asked about the which schema you used, so what is the best way to answer, and how can we if they are asking some more questions on that one also, how can we can answer?
See, generally it will be in if it is a regular database, then it's generally this one. What do you say? Snowflake.
Okay.
Because if it is your regular database, then it is Snowflake. If it is a data warehouse, then mostly it will be Star Schema.
No, it is regular database only.
Then it is Snowflake. See, depends on what your database is. In your database, if it is a regular, I forgot that TCP. Peter, can you throw some light? Prasad, even if you know that. Like there are separate terminology, right, for a data warehouse, data marts, and TCP IP servers or something. Not TCP.
RPDs.
No, no, not artificial. No. The servers that we use for our transactional servers, what we use.
You mean OLAP and OLTP? He meant?
OLAP and OLTP. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
that. It is totally out of my mind. Now, OLTP, if the server is of your server is of OLTP server, OLTP servers are mostly denormalized. They have certain, now you have certain SKU that is present in one table, their pricing is present in one table, and whatever your orders are, that is present in one table. Then OLAP, mostly they are, and when it is OLTP, you have different tables, so that is mostly denormalized. Sorry, normalized, where you have different tables, Snowflake. But when you put it in a data mart or a data warehouse, mostly here they will not use multiple tables because see why do they OLAP is analytical. For OLA stands for analytical,
Yeah.
right? So here we are using analytical because that data warehouse, whatever you put it in data warehouse, that is used for analysis, data analysis purpose. So at that point of time, to make it easy, they will keep it in star schema or one table, one or more, like depending on dimensional table in a factor. So depending on what type of database you are working on, you can say you are working on, like if you are working on OLTP, then it is mostly Snowflake. If you are working on data warehouse, then it is mostly Star.
Yes, mostly we are using OLAP only. I think other than banking projects, I think so. We are using mostly OLAP data only, right? Because we have to analyze the data and
Yeah,
we have to do
when
the.
you see redundant data, then it is mostly that denormalized.
No, for banking domain, we are using OLTP because the transaction and history we need to check.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Then it is,
OLTP
yeah,
only
it
there.
is OLTP. So generally retail and all these, see, or let me rephrase this. If you are looking at a historical data, you'll be looking at OLAP, right? Like
Okay.
last month data, last year data, last decade data. Then it is OLAP because you will be sending your data into your data warehouse and you will be keeping it there. And then from there you will be getting the data and you will be working it. But if you are using current data, now certain databases in OLTP, generally from see whatever your transaction you made, it will go into OLTP. From there through an ELT, it will go into OLAP, right? So in this process, right? In this process of moving from OLTP to OLAP, now they in OLTP they'll have certain time. Like they'll keep in the OLTP, they'll keep last 15 days data, last 1 month data, last 3 months data, last 6 months data. But at certain point of time, they'll be moving into OLAP. I'm talking about organizing handling big data. This is the process that is followed. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, this is how it is.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Raj.
Okay.
And also presently openings are there. So actually I put that one resume. I
N
did
number of
not got
people.
any calls.
Resume, that resume is a big problem because you need to keep your resume
Yeah,
in the ATS format and all that stuff. Then only.
yeah. That's, Hari, how many experience you have?
I have 4 years experience.
4 years. You can just ping me. I have the opening. I will schedule a call for you.
Great, great, great.
Yeah, yeah. So how can I ping?
And that Rajeshwar group, I am the Telegram group you have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, I am
You
there.
can just ping with. You can just paste your resume there.
Okay.
Let me
Okay,
paste
thank
the
you.
Telegram group link as well. Just for you to see. There are actually two groups. One we actually created. Where is this? Copy. Let me paste this in here. Okay. Oh, Rahul Bhagyan, he has put data mapping documents. Yeah, PRD. Text specs, I'm not sure what that is. Unit test case documents. That is
Yeah,
the
text specs as in where we maintain like how that dashboard was created, how many sheets are there, and if you are doing any changes, and with that change number, we add that what change we have made to particular dashboard or report.
but that comes when it is once after it is in production, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. The unit test case document, let me, I am not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just discussing on this. Unit test case document, what happens is whenever you are working on the production support, if see production dashboards are sensitive because there are n number of users that are using it, and you cannot afford to have any random changes in them, right? Because it will make the dashboard lose its credibility. So that is why
Mhm.
for a production level dashboard, if there is any change that is required, first thing is first actually every company has it, but first thing is there is a ticket that is raised and that is resolved in dev or QA servers. And if it is again there is it is tested, and once that is tested, it is moved into production. So in this place, in this process, every step there will be a documentation. That is different documentation. That doesn't. I'm not sure. I can say this, but that doesn't come into these initial project level documentation. That comes separately into production support documentation, right?
Yes, but what happens is sometimes we know when we get an entire new requirement, so that
Mhm.
time also at developer level we do create a unit test case documents like
Oh,
whatever development we do, right, for that requirement also, because when you push it to UAT, then the UAT people will do the UAT, right? Then you will
yeah,
get UAT sign off, and after that QA will happen, and after that QA you will publish it to the production,
yeah.
and post that the things which you said, like whenever any new support related activities will happen, a new change incident would be raised like that. So but and whenever there is new requirement, we do create a unit test case document like at the developer level.
Okay, okay, great, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi Rajesh, sir.
Hi, hi, hi.
I have one doubt in calculation 3 in the first problem you have explained.
Okay. Which calculation? Calculation three, I think, right?
Yeah, weekdays.
This one?
Yeah. What
Okay.
in case if you have time of 2 weeks? We have
Ah,
minus.
okay.
We have
Okay.
taken 2 days, 18 hours. If in
Oh,
case
if
the
it is
difference is
more
two
than
weeks,
2 weeks, then again you need to calculate this itself. But again, we need to take one more thing into consideration. If it is like, I'm not sure, 7 days, more than 5 days. If the difference is more than 5 days, right?
yeah,
Obviously, it will move into the second week, right?
yeah, yeah.
Now, again, for the next week, we have to be more conscious. Now, if it is more than 10 days,
You should write another calculation.
yeah, for that we need to write another calculation.
Oh,
The more days it comes, the more complication it becomes.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
but let me see if I can what do you say? Make this simple, but not sure if I can. But let me see if I can make. Okay, okay.
There may be cases it would take 3-4
No,
weeks.
got it, got it, got it. We can do it based on week number,
Yeah.
right? Week number. Because, see, if I'm doing this, this is in a certain week, right? This will be in a certain week. So these 2 days, these two start day, like what is this? Like both, if yeah, now got the point. Now got more clarity on this. I don't know if Rajveer is here or not, but here my point is if I take the week number of this. Now let's try, guys. Shall we try that? Please.
Yeah, yes.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Yes.
So here I'm coming here. I'm removing all these. I don't want all these. This as well. Now I'm not even doing this weekdays. Now see, here my point is I will calculate date part of week, comma, payment. Okay. This is payment received. Okay. Payment received. Let me convert this into dimension. I'll just drag this in here. This is received in week 44. And again create calculated field, date part of week, comma, repair. Right? Now this is repair completed. Now let me click on apply. Now let me convert this into dimension. I'm bringing it in here. Perfect. Okay. Now if you see, if these both are the same, then we can use calculation 2 directly. Right? Now here my calculation is, it's very simple. If payment received week is equal to repair completed week, then calculation 2. Right? Else, right? Payment completed week, repair completed week minus payment received week. Right? If this we will get, right, the number of weeks. Now for this into 2 into 9 will give me the number of hours in these weeks on the weekends. So here I'm using calculation 2 minus, I'm doing this. Thanks a lot for asking this and bringing this thought process. Now I think it's pretty simple, right?
I did not get this. Like we took the week. What do we say? The week number, correct? For
I
the
didn't get you. Can you speak a bit loud? I'm not able to hear what you say.
yes. So first we took the week of both the dates, and if they are in the same week, then we are directly taking our calculation 2.
Yeah.
Okay. And if they are not in the same week, then we are taking a difference of the
2 weeks. The difference of the 2 dates, week numbers, and we are taking a like this is
multiplying with 18 hours.
Yeah, multiplying them with 18 hours.
Okay.
Make sure you have this braces, right? Right here, what we are doing, if it is in 46th week, right? 46 minus 44 is 2 weeks. So as we are moving towards 2 weeks, obviously 2 weekends will come. As they are coming, we'll multiply them with 18, so that, and we'll subtract that from this number of hours that we have calculated. This is pretty simple, actually,
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it.
right?
Got it.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Actually, I love this. I love this. Yeah. Sorry, I got a bit excited there. Yeah.
Hi Rajesh, sir. I
Hello.
have one doubt.
Mhm.
So actually, generally, what is happening? We are publishing dashboard one by one. If we
Okay.
want to suppose that one big company is there, they want to put 10 or 15 dashboard in a one go in a production server. So what process we are using if we are
I
want to?
think Prasad, if you are here, Prasad is admin Tableau server expert, and I think they do it using Python code or something. Prasad, can you shed some light in here? Okay, I'm not sure he joined. Okay, actually, as far as I have seen, is there? I'm not sure he's. Let me call him. He's here. Okay, as far as I have seen, right? The thing that for such thing like this, they'll be using a Python script where they'll be using to publish all of them as a batch. Is not answer.
Okay.
Okay, there's a Python script. I think Peter, if you are there, I think you too might. I'm not sure if you have seen this. I think even Peter is left. Is not here. Okay, I think using Python script we can do that, but
So,
I'm
but
not sure.
actually, we are not so much aware about the Python script. So, generally, we got a question how if you how in interview how you will publish more than 10 or 15 dashboard in a single go.
Mm,
So, is there any? I think on Google, I haven't found any some lectures or material
I'm
in.
not sure. Just a moment, he's calling. Hello, Prasad. There's a doubt on server. If you can. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's connecting. But as a desktop from desktop end, I have not seen any way to do that to publish multiple dashboards at the same time.
But
But
in the batch file, if
multiple
we write
dashboards,
multiple tab cmd publish commands and we schedule it or we execute it, then one by one they will be published, right? I mean, sequentially they will execute, right? If you write tab cmd publish that workbook name, and similarly we write 10 workbooks, 10 commands in the one batch file. So
yeah, I
that is
think
Hey,
doable, right?
sorry guys, I was on my network issue was there. I guess that is right. You can do by batch file. What he's telling
okay, via batch
by
file we can do that.
CMLD. Yes, yes. Going in server place and you need to write the code that whatever you will be easily getting in tablet server the batch file code. Just you need to run that, and you can also do that by Windows update, like just automating that also. You can do that also. If you have are done with everything and you want to publish at certain time, you can do that also by using Windows update.
Peter, if possible, if you have the chance, can you please, if there is any reference document for that, can you please
Yes, yes, I
share?
will share on our Telegram group. Not an
Yeah,
issue.
please do share on the Telegram.
Yes, yes, yes.
That will be
And
great.
in Python also you can do. I have not done in Python, but basically some team in my office does that. By using Python script, you can do that also. And
Okay.
CMD command also you can do.
Okay. 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 So Peter will be sharing the reference document so that you can have it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, one request is just to spread this, how this is going. Please do comment your feedback in this link, in the LinkedIn link. Please do comment your feedback so that we can increase the reach, because I really loved the calculations that or the scenarios that we face today. So if you want to spread this, please do comment on this. LinkedIn post so that we can increase the reach of the same. Okay. That being said, yeah. Any other doubts?
Rajeshwar, like if we are replacing the data source,
Mhm.
like what are the things to consider?
Actually, replacing the data source. See, the majorly the only thing that I saw, because I do replace data source like hell when I'm working, because just to ease in my work. But whenever I'm using the replace data source, the thing is, the only thing that I saw is the calculations, right? Both of them should have the same names. First thing is data type should.
Can I take up this very quick?
Yeah, Peter, welcome.
Yeah, basically, whenever you are replacing any data source, the column number should be same. Likewise, suppose, and the name should be also same. Suppose you are having like sales data, for example, profit sales, and you are having category, and you are replacing with another data where the category is not present, then it will throw error. Then you can delete that. First thing. Second thing, the column name should be also same. If they are not same, then you can use the replace references. One option, you have to replace that field with your current data source field, whatever you have. And probably refresh references is used whenever you are having different column name. For example, previously in data source there was category, and by somewhat in new data source it is showing just cat. In that case, you can use replace references, and probably replacing data source takes place majority in the migration project also. Suppose your project was in SQL, for example, in PostgreSQL, and your database migrated to someone Amazon Redshift or somewhere in Oracle. At that time, you will be using the data source, replacing the data source, right? So this is majorly where the migration project take place. You will be using this, but make sure whenever you are replacing, you need to check the trade-off. What are the trade-off? Trade-off means what is the difference in the
Peter, I think we lost you. Okay.
Yeah, one more thing, like I saw that one of the column name is different. I go to describe for describe and
I
the
hope
remote
I
column
am
name is different.
clear now.
Yeah.
Between you got your voice got
Yeah,
faded.
yeah, actually network issue was there. So basically that was mostly you have to check
He's
whenever there is
asking about,
trade-off and dot all thing.
so you're asking about replace. When you replace reference, what is the problem?
Replace references means suppose, for example, like previous data source has category, for
Peter,
example, like
he's asking certain scenario.
that is what I am telling now. Suppose you are having a previous data source as a category name, for example. Now in new database, you don't have category name, you have that cat, for example. Okay, this may happen many times whenever you are migrating the project, the column name will be not same. Then it will show error if you are using that category in somewhere view, because now the name is cat, right? And you are replace the database. Now previously it was category. It will not recognize, right? It will show an explanation red mark in category. There you need to right click and replace references by cat. Hope it is clear now.
Yeah, yeah. And also we need
Means
to check the other filters like database filters,
yes, yes.
data source filters, sorry, data source filters, other filters, extra.
Yeah. Anything. See, when you are replacing the data source, the main thing is the column name and their data type should be same.
Okay.
Right now, generally, what happens is when you change that certain times, when this is the case, what I do is in my target, like in the data source where I'm bringing that, where I'm replacing. In order to remove that, first I'll identify what are the different change in column name. How do I do that? Once I replace that, right, I'll get all the red marks. Then I'll identify, okay, these are the columns that I require to, what do you say, that I require to change. So first I'll again undo that, go there, change all those columns so that I'll have a free flow. I need not even replace these and all that. It will have a free flow. The reason is certain times what happens is one data source field, there's one column in that. If your that column or name is not matching, it can affect n number of calculations. Rather than if you change it according to the data source from which we are coming to this data source, right? If you can change the name according to the previous one, then it will be a free flow. After that, if you want, you can rename that. Clear?
Yeah, yeah. clicking on the one of the column and right clicking describe, we can get the remote column, right?
Yeah, you can get it here. In the describe
Remote
you
column,
can
right?
get. Yeah. My system is a bit. Yeah. Here, here in the describe, if you go, here you can see remote column. This is one place. Again, if you go into data source page, if you go to, actually this is changed, mine is a bit old version, but here if you go to the metadata, in this metadata field, you can directly see the remote column name, remote field name. You'll have all the data. So here the advantage is, if you see here in the data pane, all the calculated field and all those are present. But here you'll have only the fields from the data source. So it will be easy for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Rashwar, like previously asked, so with the sample superstore, you can explain. So what is the fact table and dimension table?
No, it is not possible. I need to divide the tables.
Okay.
Now
There
see,
are three tables
here,
only, right?
pardon?
Three tables only, right? We have orders table.
No. I'm not. You are talking about people and all. No, not
Yeah.
that. This is a denormalized table. Now here, if you see customer name, segment, order ID, right? This is actually order ID is. So based on this, you can identify. This will be one table. If I want to make it into normalize the table, this will be one table. The same way, my category, subcategory, and product name, along with order ID, right? This will be my another table. The same way, state, city, and country. I'll do one thing. Now it is. I cannot show you all this in here. Now let me plan out on this, how to show you the snowflake and star in this, and then I'll get back. Okay.
Okay. I think order ID is the primary key here, right?
Order ID is the connecting field. Again, I need to dwell deep into this. Yeah. In some table, in a table, order ID will be the primary key. In some tables, it might not.
Yeah. Okay, Raj.
Yeah. Okay. Any more doubts? Oh, we are near to 2 hours. Great, yeah. Good session. What is the use of custom? Yeah, custom SQL, Rajesh. The thing is, custom SQL, whatever we have, we use custom SQL in Tableau if you want to do certain manipulations like aggregation of table or something. If you want to do it in Tableau, we will try to get that in data source. When you are connecting to certain data source, there you will use that custom SQL and use it. So whenever you refresh that custom SQL is sent to the database, and there that is executed and it will give you the data. And it is same as if you have access to create tables or views, then it is same as you creating a view in the database with whatever the SQL query that you have. You create a view in that database, and you can directly access that view from your tab. Both are the same, right?
Got it.
Yeah. Whenever I'm giving they are asking. Let me see. They are asking. Obviously, SQL is one important. Quality. Like you need to know SQL to work to get job on Tableau, because with the introduction of relationships, the understanding about SQL has become more vital than ever. Okay, so in that case, yeah, you need to understand SQL. See, testing is like, I don't know if there are any tools in our company. What we do is we do stress testing based on different users and we use we keep testing various filters and other things. But and generally there is a team for testing Tableau, but I'm not sure if there are any tools for testing it. But as far as we do, we generally use do this stress testing. So in order to find if there are any issues in our in the second thing is what we do is when whatever the data that we get, right, we generally bring that data into an Excel, create pivot tables, and using those pivot tables, we try to replicate the replicate the Tableau views. So by that, we are testing and validating whether that is working fine or not. These are the two ways we did testing in whatever I have.
So if you are using the database, then we have to write the SQL queries and we have to test that, right? For
Yeah,
validation.
see, it's not always possible to, for every view that you have, you cannot write SQL queries. That is why we write a SQL query and we export that into an Excel. Whatever the data that we have, we export that into an Excel.
Okay.
Okay. Then because that will make our life easy. Now there are people who do it in SQL, but you need to write a query for each view and each filter that you have. But
Yeah,
here in
yeah.
the pivot table, it is easy. It will make your life easy.
Okay.
That is why we do it, because the end of the day, it is not about how you do it. It is about how fast you can do it.
Yes,
Right?
definitely.
With pivot tables, it will become very fast. And even there's a limit of 50,000 rows, but Google spreadsheets are much faster when compared, much not faster, I can't say faster, but much flexible when using pivot tables. My experience, others might differ.
Yeah.
What about custom SQL?
I didn't get you. Custom SQL?
Custom SQL and after queries, write queries, and how do we learn?
For that, you need to learn SQL. First SQL, if you have, then you can easily see. Custom SQL is nothing but whatever the query that you use in database, right? The same
Okay.
query you are using it in here, so that you can get your customized data in a way. Whatever certain times, what they do is, if certain there are many calculations in some companies, what they do, one of my friends' company, what they do is, whatever the calculation, complicated calculation that they want, they'll do it in the database. They create a view on it, and on that view, they create a materialized view. With if it is a daily data, they'll refresh the data. Once that data is refreshed, they bring it into Tableau, so that the total calculation dependency is thrown on database, and here they can increase the performance of Tableau. So that is also can. Okay, another note, ideally, in how many days we should create the dashboard after receiving mockup from client? There is no time limit for that, Manoj, because sometimes we have there are certain dashboards which I worked for 6 months. There are certain dashboards which I created in 1 day. Both got approved. 6 months I've done. There are many iterations that went. And for one thing, there are two dashboards actually. One is data validation, for data validation, like not data validation actually, to get how many nulls are present, how they are affecting data. That one dashboard I did it in 1 day. That got approved. One calculator I have done based on their some internal requirement, that got approved. And one dashboard about their spends I have been working on the past 6 months. So there is no proper timeline for that. Yeah. So as Rahul says, you need to estimate based on the requirement, whatever their requirement is.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be taking sessions on SQL. We actually, I actually plan to do that, but now I'm that was mostly related to Oracle. I'm planning to take a neutralized session, which will be helpful for all the SQLs. Yeah, that I'll be taking. Okay, Janki says, how could you please give some kind of how to explain the project during like it means how to start it? Well, you should mention while explaining project during the interview. See, first thing is when you are talking about project, first thing is it should explain what is the company, What is that project about? What are the questions that you have answered during that project, right? If I'm taking any like superstore data, right? So now my superstore data, the project is about understanding the sales and understanding, sorry, understanding the sales or understanding the how the store is performing. If I take that as a whole as a store, understanding how the store is performing and understanding how the customers are spread across in different parts of US, if it is US, if it part of the globe, if it is global superstore data, and analyzing their behavior, analyzing their cohort analysis, how do they behave, and then understanding how we can improve that business. So this might be one. Now your requirement on the same might differ, but this is the question that I'm trying to answer. Now again, when you are talking about that, again then you talk about how you address that situation. So you created certain dashboard just to understand my sales funnel. By sales funnel I mean what is my sales, and and after that what are the categories of my products that are there, and of those categories which products that I have, and of those products which are giving me good sale, which are giving me normal sale, which are giving me loss. The second can be whatever the sales that I have at different region levels, and in those regions levels I am having a different set of customers, and here I'll be talking about those customers. So when I'm talking about customers, again, only for customers, there is another dashboard which is cohort analysis, like who are the customers who came in this year, who came in previous year, who again ordered in this year, who haven't ordered, or who ordered in the last year, last 30 days or 60 days, or who haven't ordered in the last 30 days or 60 days. So here, this is again a separate dashboard about this cohort analysis. So different aspects of which will help the business get looking at that, they'll get an understanding. Now there might be like new customer, returning customer, or there can be some I can say some customer who is there but he's not ordering, or something. There's a lost customer. Lost customer is if a customer hasn't ordered in the last 1 year or something, right? So based on that, you have built the network. So when you are talking about a project, first thing is when you put a project, you need to create whatever the scenarios that you have done or you have an idea, right? You need to create a story about the project. What is the project? What you have done in the project? For that, what are the dashboards that you have created? Not long, but yeah, at least in 3 to 4 minutes, you have to talk about your projects. Then you will get questions on that project, then you will start answering them and all that stuff, right? Okay, did this answer your question? Okay, now Rahul is asking, also planning to take up course on Tableau administration, much needed. Yeah, see, the problem is, Rahul, getting server and server license is the problem.
Yeah.
The server license is costing around 80,000 plus. Actually, I'm
Okay.
planning to, but I will definitely. Actually, I'm trying to create a course on Tableau server admin. For that,
Mhm.
I have to take this license. But once the material is ready and the trainer is ready, I'll definitely take that up and we'll try to replicate that server so that we can work. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
Interview cracking. Yeah, we yeah, just a moment. Gaurav was again. Yeah, we are planning on how to crack these interviews on Tableau. What are the requirements you need to understand when you are taking about these interviews, and how to explain the project. I'll try to take a project and explain how you can explain that in your interviews, and all. We'll plan that. Can you please look about the query for 10? Just a moment. Can you? I'm not sure where that is. I have 10 cities. A city is always on the top of the table. Remaining seats should be changed according to the filter. Use LODs, Nagraj, and I think you can get it. Okay, let me. Yeah, someone asked me a note. You can go ahead.
Hi, Rajeshwar.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. When you are in live connection,
Mm-hmm.
So if we change any values in data source, it will affect to groups or sets.
If it will affect to
Groups or sets or not.
groups or sets, it should affect the groups or sets. Obviously, it should.
How it will?
You are not audible.
How it will, sir?
Pardon?
How it will? How it will affect? May I know the process, please? I mean,
I'm talking, I'm not sure. See, whenever you created a set and you are using a live connection, obviously, if the members of that set are changed, right? Obviously, whatever the members, sets are both dynamic and constant, right? And actually speaking, groups will not affect. The reason being, groups are constant, they are not dynamic sets. They are not dynamic. If you created a group with certain members, only those members will be present in that group. Any new member will be not added to any of those groups. They'll be staying outside. So any live connection, any change in the members in that column will not affect your column groups. But when you come to sets, again there are two types, right? Dynamic set and constant set. If it is a constant set, again they will not be changing. But when you use a dynamic set, based on certain conditions, yes, obviously the members in that set will be changed. Definitely.
sir, for example, if I create top 10 sales by customer, I create one group.
You're not clear. Can you come again?
Not audible. Top 10 sales by customer.
Okay.
So I created one group.
No. You are talking about calculated groups. Or
No, not calculated groups. I am asking about in live connection.
No, I'm not talking about that. If you are taking about, you are creating a group in here. Here you cannot take any top 10 in the groups.
Okay.
Right? Groups are constant. You can only add members of a dimension, that too without any condition. When you are using a group, you cannot add any condition.
So it will change members or not?
It will not change. If I am taking this customer name and here I am creating a group, and if I'm adding these people and I'm creating a group, right? This group will stay constant. New members addition, or unless until you delete any of these members, any new members addition or deletion will not affect any of these groups. Groups are constant. You cannot, nothing can affect them. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
But when you are creating a set, it's a different thing. Because here, when I'm creating a set, now here I have conditions. So when you use this condition, then the groups will become dynamic.
Okay.
Right? At that time, yeah, whenever there's a change in data, they will change. Else again, if you're coming into the set, and here I'm just selecting these, right? I'm just selecting these, and I'm clicking, I'm creating the set. Then this is again a constant set. This will not again change. Even if your live data changes or not, this will not.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, so someone Nagaraj has asked about the question. Let me bring that question here. Yeah, if you have any other doubts, you can ask, guys. I'm just bringing the question. Okay. Nagaraj, can you begin? Please paste the question here. Yeah, I got it. Let me bring this here. Okay, I have 10 cities. A city always top of the table. Remaining cities should change according to the filter. So first thing is you want a city always on the top of the table. So for that, okay, the city should not be filtered. I think yes. I think we can do this. Here I'm going to a city, right? In this city, I am creating a set. Okay, I am just taking. Let's take New York. I'm taking New York City. Okay, right. Again, I am creating a calculated field. Sorry, not calculated field. I am creating another set on city. Create set, and on this, I am coming to the condition, and by formula, here I am creating. What do you say? City not equal to New York City. Okay. Now I am coming here. I am taking a calculated field. If city set, then city. Else if city set to, then city. Right. Now let me click on apply. Okay. I am bringing this calculation in here. Right. Now I want to bring. Okay. Let me write a calculation field here. If city is equal, if city set, just to bring on it onto the top, then I am giving 1, else I give 0. Right? Apply. Now here I'm just sort. In this sort, I'm using nested, and then here I'm taking calculation 2. I'm here. Sorry, calculation 2, right? Yeah, calculation 2. So why am I not getting? Okay. Yeah, I got my New York City, right? So based on that, I got New York City in the top. Now I am coming here and city set to show filter. Show set, not show filter, but show set. Now here, even if I filter everything out, my New York City is not moving. It is always in the top. Clear? This is how we get it.
Yeah. Thank you, Rajeshwar. And one more query is like if you have a quick filter, like for example, ship mode.
Ship mode. Just a moment. Let me bring ship mode. Yeah. Okay.
So in this case, but null values is not there in quick filter. So if you have any null values, null value is there like first class or second class or something there, right? So if you have a null there in quick filter, how we can remove from quick filter the null?
One way is using sets, right? If there is any null, right? Here in the calculation one, you have null, right? I'm going to calculation one, right click, create set, and in this set, I'm excluding null, exclude. Right? Now here, okay, I need to add it to the view. I'm just adding it here. Now here I'm saying show set. Okay, this still coming. Okay, let me do one thing. Okay, this is coming. Then this is based on cities, right? I'll do one thing. I'll bring city in here. here I'll select all. Okay, apply. I'm selecting use all. Apply. Okay, and I'm converting this into context. Right. Once I convert this into context, here you have this operation, right? All values in context. All values. It is set, right? Just a moment. Let me come here. Let me take one more. Just I'm taking city. Right. I'm writing some field. Or let me do one thing. The city is a huge thing, right? Let me create a calculated field if category is equal to furniture and none. Is category. Okay. I'm bringing category calculation 3 in here. I'm getting null here. So now, or sorry, let me open calculation 3. I'm taking here subcategory. Category. Let me click on apply. Okay. Right. Now here, when I show this as filter, right, here I am getting null in the filter. So that is why I am coming here. I am bringing category in here, right? I am selecting use all, apply, okay, right? And I am converting this category. Why am I getting only 2 fields? We didn't filter any, right? Again, why is this showing only 2 fields? Okay, now let me convert this into context. And here, let me use only relevant values. Now see, the null is gone. You need not, the null that you are showing in filter is gone because now this filter is dependent on your context filter. And that is why the null is gone. Okay?
Okay. So how we can read? I mean, so what are the steps?
Whichever the null that you are having, right? So you need to get the field that is having all the fields without nulls. If there is any field, you need to get that. And then if you convert that into context and if you take only relevant values, then the nulls are gone in the filter.
Okay. Thank you, Rajesh.
Yeah. Okay. Any other doubts? Okay, then thank you everyone for attending this session. It went for almost 2 hours. Yeah. If you have any doubts, you can. Okay. Okay, then. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. Yeah.
Thanks, Rajeshwar.
Yeah. Thank you everyone. And
Thank you,
please
guys.
Thanks, Rajeshwar. Thank you so much.
guys, please do give feedback on this so that we can expand the reach of this, and also do join that Telegram group, right? So that you can get updates every such session. Nikam, can you stop the recording?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.